This is the story of Kajurungutsi in Uganda, a small village surrounded by green land. A village where the message of the promised Messiah ﷺ has reached new hearts.
Nsima Allah okunfura Muhammadiya.
Chunka hati kubanza ubwo mazire gutaha Muhammadiya kandi biryoshe biryohesha n'umutima gwanje nkahurira wenda n'umutima gwanje gwayiyagara gwatunga obusinge.
A village where a spiritual revolution is taking place. Living souls are coming under the umbrella of one Khalifa.
Ninyisima n'umuntu n'ubwakuba ayini ise wafwiri ise wakunze uri kumuzara yafwiri.
Amazima nk'amazima we ikintu cyo Khalifa ikintu cyo kumusemerezwaho n'ikintu kimwe n'ibintu bingi konka nja kwizukaho ibintu bice.
Join us to this remote area in Uganda to see the fulfillment of Allah's promises to the promised Messiah ﷺ. Kajurungutsi is a small village in the western part of Uganda. Uganda is blessed with fertile land, and this holds true for this region as well. Here, bananas, maize, sugarcane, and much more thrive. It's not surprising that most people are engaged in agriculture in this area. This place is also renowned for its refugees. Many people from neighboring countries like the Congo have moved here. In their pursuit of refuge, they have settled down in this area. But we want to tell you another story. In the heart of Kajurungutsi lies a story that truly sets this place apart. For several months now, a different breeze has been blowing here. The people living here have heard about the arrival of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. These are the stories we want to share with you. Stories of people who are answering the call of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. One of them is Ismail Inzobalienda. This man is a simple farmer, earning his living through agriculture and animal husbandry. His spiritual journey is quite unique and above all, very long.
Banyita Ismail Nzobalinda. Mbera hano muri Kajurungusi hano ni hondi. Uwanje ni hariya haruguru aho kace. Mbera aho nicyo nkaburizo konkimbera tinungi konkandimu. Ntaka wari Muslimu kandi mu Roman Catholic. Abukwa niyo dini kabira dini ya senkuru wanje na mama na tata. Ataho Muslimu na rugumuriye je dini nabo murokore. Naba mu Kristo nyuma nije nahuriye ibintu bitakutaha mugi. Ubwo nabire umukristo ubwo natangije gutambura. Hakari umwarabu wo mu bakamweta Zahoro kana bira hantu bakweta Mugoma. Ubwo kari munywani wanje munongo go mwarabu. Bese mino kandi nje weye na ngamira ati ko kabwinshi utakwibera Umusiramu ka Umusiramu. Ati nabo Umusiramu mwitu ni bancwa. Wareba atumitu baje kuncwa usange na fani ninjenda ntine abantu bwitu. Twonkanyuma nkahendira mbire ki? Kahendira mbire Umusiramu. Tinkubasha kwikara mu Busiramu nkecha kiri mu kikopo. Ntakubwitegeza ntakubumanya.
After his conversion from Christianity to Islam, he wanted to learn everything about his new faith. He is curious. At some point, he also hears about an Imam Mahdi, a Messiah who is prophesied to come in the end times. And then, quite suddenly and unexpectedly, he receives a visit in the village.
Mu bugufu hariho ayiziraho wanjaha yangambira ko mu Uganda mu hariho Ahmad ninyizuka ogoshehe Omaru kamubuze kibuzo namubuza nti iwe no gamba ngo Yesu akafa yafa tarigaruka kandi abakitwatandikiye mu bakristo bagamba ngo Yesu akafa akazuka twaje mu bataburi hatubere turi bagamba Yesu naja kwiza hati ngambira kuja akafa ko angati yafire akangira ati Yesu akafa nawe akagaruka yambuza ati konkaseti iwe kurugoba aho toka rugo muntu yafa ati nkamurira wahurire ngo yagaruka atapana ati nkamuhurire mbenu Yesu we nabasha kugaruka.
This conversation leaves him thoughtful. The arguments make sense, but he's not completely convinced yet, until one argument touches his heart.
Icyanshusha munonga kampereza cy'ukureberaho yangira ati nkati yaha wasanga ente wazitwara umukurisha wazisindiko mu gisaka konke arubaju hariwe misiri tizine murisha ezente nizo nanga tizikona angira ati ndimujyante ezente nizo nizitekwa kona tabukuba tizine umuta kugira ki akuzireberera mbere yangira ati nico kwenda kukoreka itu cyaturetire kuba bahamadiya n'icituresire umurembe gwa hati yaha itwa bwebembezi bwitubwine omwebembezi akubukurira umuntu takwasha gukora ekintu kitari cyo omwidini kandi hari omwibembezi natwa kugira hata batekwa kumuvunana. Ikintu cyo kwanza cyansemerije cyo kubanza nico wambuza icyansimije na munongo mu abamadiya bino bwebembezi.
So, his long spiritual journey finally reaches its climax. However, the journey is not over yet. Nevertheless, he can already feel the changes in his life after embracing Islam Ahmadiyyat.
Cyahebye dini impinduka nyingi munonga. Abo kuba ubwire buriya kandi nsaruko nayenda. Abwo nabere ndikuriya kandi nsarubwo ndayenda abo kandi ndine ndagano n'umuntu wena hanga kandi ndagano na gatonda yona kandi ndagano gatonda yona konkeji bayat nempamiriza kukora ki kusari buri ubwire buri saha buri umwanya gwo gusari gwahika nempahiriza kugira ngo nshobore kwa no usari bitari bya bindi byo mbire ni nsari uko kugira anta uko nabire ni yenda.
After Ismail's conversion, over time his family also embraces Islam Ahmadiyyat. They too do not regret this step, feeling spiritually uplifted.
Inchoka nenungi baba, inchoka nenungi tasonga omu basuni tukaba tudakukira gutambura munonga chunka hati kubanza ubwo mazire gutaha mu Ahmadiya ivyo mazire kureba ni minsi mike chunka ivyo maze kureba ni byinshi kandi biryoshye sana umutima gwanje nkahurira wenda n'umutima gwanje gwayiyagara gwatunga ubusingi.
This is Siraj Kasigere. He is the chief of this village, a local leader. The journey to Islam Ahmadiyyat is also a new journey for him. He fondly recalls how everything began a few months ago.
Amazina no Wanyata Siraj Kasigere. Then nyine family nabana nyine family. Then kan in defense RC1 ndiyo muhingi twinge bihimba twinge bicuri twinga bitakuri twinge monde twinga mugusha muhogo nibindi mukuza kubana muyerebera umwahiko mu musiri kwamanyo teke tubakingamira ku kashiki ngabandi umushiya nyine yo baseka banje babiri Maria nyunka nta kumanya Ahmadiya niki nuko juhura nkanda kagira cye konka ko kubona umuntu yakushomesa hatuguma no kwata kimwe ohikacho urukwenda hatko kuna sanjere abantu bashatu bangira ngo twine kibina cya Ahmadiya yangira ati nyine kibina cy'abasilamu cy'abahamadiya nganda kumanya kigamba hamadiya ku kigamba naho uracyaguma hajyanta hamadiya namujyante niki ata n'abasilamu uko kutube turi nkahi mukakunyu tiyayenda kubanza kumumarira yenyuma namujyante ndi umwebembezi the defense LC1 abahamadiya bo nabo n'abasilamu no basara nk'ukutube ntusara agira ati tutuwaza kuteka w'ikibine cyitu bakatweta bahekera government hamadiya nemanywa ati nemanywa korona nemanywa kare somese ngambere bigenderwa byayo yangira tamadiya n'ikibina cy'obusiramu ebibina ni byingi n'abasuni nabo n'ikibina cyabo n'abashiya nabo bine n'ikibina cyabo konke cyitu hata ninyana nguzuma hamadiya kare hata bahamadiya bine umwebembezi harifu hata bagumana batusomesa nagumana atusomesa mpora kuko umuntu ko kubana umugambere kiyateka kukunda imbuzi ti abaningwa mununga kurengaho nabona bebembezi namanye ngo yakwegesa byingi turarahuke kwika cyar kwenda icyansi kirize no kugira ngo twafuna umukurembeze umusya umwebembezi umusya yo mudini y'obusiramu kutara kugira ngo tugumane tusabira aba bafuire.
What he senses after only a few weeks through joining Islam Ahmadiyyat is something very valuable, something he was missing in his life before.
Uburamu bwanje bwacuka nagira kushemerwa kubaza kugambira ukubwahindukire konka nyowe nyawe ninkimanya ngo bukahinduka so nakugambira ngo bukahinduka yuto kucemanya konka nyowe nimanya ngo bukagira ki bukahinduka mbetekateko byanje byona.
Sheikh Hafiz Saad Muonge is also one of the fortunate ones who have found their way to Islam Ahmadiyyat. What makes it special is that he first learned about Islam Ahmadiyyat in the Holy Prophet's city, Medina. Who would have thought that his life would change forever from that moment on?
Amanya gange mpitibwa Saad Muonge nga n'emyaka 40 abo namaliriza emisomo gye Zanzibar najja ninfunako Oscar ningendako e Madina ngawo ndimo musomerawo oyo ajja oseka omu bali bamwita Habibu Mwarabu atandika kutusomesa group ziri mu Busilamu. Kati mu group ziri mu Busilamu munasinka nawo group Ahmadiyya ngazi tusomesa nga tuli Madina na tiwali muntu yenna ubayinze kuvumagana tigwe uli mu kafiri ebyo mu Ahmadiyya kibirimu ati nindabira ddala taba Ahmadiyya yali ba group entuufu ekyo kufuluma mu Madina navayo nga nze ndi mumalirivu ndi mu Ahmadiyya naye nga sinaba mu Ahmadiyya bedhahir naye fi kulubi mu mutima ng'obwa Ahmadiyya nkirabidde ddala ti ye gurupu yennyini ye yakuyingiramu.
He too realizes the blessings associated with joining the Jamaat Ahmadiyya, a long-standing issue resolved itself by the grace of Allah.
Ekisooka ekyokwebaza Allah kuva olwonatuuka mu Ahmadiyya ekikwatagana n'ebbanja lino libadde lindikubulako. Mu butuufu jjukire nali natya nakugenda seeta kusoma olw'ebbanja, naye buli bw'onasomesebwa kusitukako tatajafa junubakum ala al-madaji, nimba nga nsitukako nsala tahajjudi nsaba Allah. Mu butuufu Allah ansobozeseza kusasula ebbanja ninkwasibwa endagaano yange live y'okusasula kumalayo. Kati ndimu siina bbanja kati. Singa si Allah we yayisiza mu Bahamadia bano nakunjikiriza kusoma obugumiikiriza n'okusituka kw'ekiro kusaba Katonda kubikwasa Katonda, ekintu ekyo kisaali kisobodde nganze. Ekyo kyekyafaayo naddala kyonkulembeza.
Imam Umar Farooq Wabija is one of the first individuals who brought the message of Islam Ahmadiyyat to this region. Witnessing the blessings of Allah is also a very special experience for him.
Abantu ab'e Kajulonkusi enkyukakyuka gye mbabwainemu nti okusooka twatuuka mu kitundu kino na mu bantu abaaliwo be twayagaanawo nga bantu ba buliido, kwegamba abawansi abasookerwako abatali bagundufu. Mu kuyingira jamaati nga weba okuvanga bayingira jamaati bo beene beewaako obudulizi era nga bayida gyendi nga seeka waibwe nga bankobera nti okuyingira kwaibwe jamaati kubasobozeseisa okumana ebintu bingi. Ebintu byebeeze mu myezi 3 ena gye bali mu jamaati obigeraageranya nebibayega mu myaka gye baamala mu busiraamu, ate bino bisinga ebyeinoma ate nga bya mugaso gye bali. Sinakindi obuwulize eri khilafati ndagaine nga bantu bawulize, era obuwulize bwaibwe obwo bubasobozeseiza mu ibbanga itono okubanga kitumbwire enkulankulana mu kitundu kyaibwe. Twayida wano nga basaalira mu Numba. Oluvannyuma olw'ebiseera bitono twasobola okufuna poloti okubagulira eitaka era twatandikira okusaalira mu kifo ekyo.
These blessings are something truly special for this place. Mr. Muallim Kabiri Ali Abdullah also resides in this region and embraced Islam Ahmadiyyat several decades ago. It's a path that he has never regretted on joining, a path he wholeheartedly recommends to everyone.
Kinsikiriza okuyingira Ahmadiyya bwe butuufu bw'eddiini, kubanga ennono yaayo gy'eva ntuufu. Obubaka bwe mbawa kwe kujja mu Ahmadiyya bwe busiraamu. Bwayingire Ahmadiyya bwe busiraamu bwennyini.
After some time, more and more people were attracted by the teachings of Islam Ahmadiyyat. They entered the community, which is led by one Khalifa. Allah has sown love and affection for His chosen Khalifa into the people of Kajurungutsi. They are proud to be a part of this blessed community.
Ninyesima n'umuntu n'ugwakuba ayini ise wafwire ise wakunze urumuzara yafwire uriya mwine mumutakushaka bwana umanya ngo n'umukurembeze wawe aruho uhuruyine nuhuru no yisima nuhuru no yisima abo bwana umanya ngo kusobera cona kina yu wakwandika ubutumwa bukahikayo deni ukagira kuwaganya ngoma
amazima nk'amazima we ikintu cyo harifa ikintu cyo kumusemerezwaho n'ikintu kimwe n'ibintu bingi konka nja kwizukaho ibintu bike ecyo kubanza cyo n'umuntu agukubiriza ukusari kandi agakubiriza ugutowa kandi agakubiriza urukundo muri imwe kenyene bakireba muri imwe abasiramu k'abasiramu kubakubiriza gukundana kubakubiriza kwegesana kubakubiriza kutacoborana wakireba ugasanga umuntu nayenuba mutahiwe w'ibyo bintu utakugira tutakubyetaga abo kuba icyo kubanza cyadura ni nk'abazungu abijaha iyo nk'abandi batakuza kwijaha nibatwereka rukundo yo kureba ngo abantu ababine niyo no kurugaha.
Imagine a place far away in the bush, a village in a small country of this vast world. There, seekers found what they were looking for, and hearts discover voices they've longed to hear. This is where the prophecies of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, come true. This is the story of Kajirungutsi in Uganda.